Over 150 new Funko Pops are being announced next month in September. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we have a huge new reveal list for September's drops. So much crazy stuff from animation, movies, horror, sports, video games, and more. Now, as always, guys, I want to let you know that nothing is official until Funko does announce it. Anything can be canceled, changed, or delayed at any point, but there's a really strong chance we're going to see a lot of these. Before we get started with this huge list, I want to ask the question of the day, which is, what is one of the weirdest looking Funko Pops you've ever seen? And I'm gonna go with Metal Gear Solid Snake in a Box. This one is just so unique. All right, so I'm gonna split this video up into a few different sections. First up, we're gonna start off with animation, then we're gonna have some movies and TV stuff, as well as sports and miscellaneous. So for animation, we have Attack on Titan, the split pops here. So these were originally supposed to be announced this month in August. However, Funko actually pushed the announcement. We kind of knew this when they deleted their post in the same 10 minutes that they actually posted it. So that kind of told us something was wrong and maybe they messed up, and looks like they ended up pushing it until September. But yes, we already know what these look like, and we are expected to see an exclusive in this set, maybe another character in this style. Now, some more anime includes the Apothecary Diaries. So many people are excited for this set. So many people have been waiting years. So this does include Mao Mao with a chase, Jinchi, and finally Mao Mao and Jinchi in a Pocket Pop 2-pack. Should be those same commons turned into Pocket Pops. And then the Mao Mao chase is actually expected to be her with the cat ears, which is pretty fun. I kind of thought it would be the cat ears or maybe her with the makeup, ended up being the cat ears. Again, I think this is a great set. My wife Bailey loves the Apothecary Diaries, so she's super excited. It looks like they might have actually moved this up slightly, because I think these were actually expected to be announced closer to October, leading into the new year when they would start like arriving. Wasn't the case. I think they pushed them up a little bit. Actually, I'm hoping though that they didn't like push up the pre-order and then we're expected to see them in like January, February. I'm hoping they just got them here sooner. Next up from anime, we have a Ranma here with a chase, as well as Akane with Pichon. So a couple more Ranma pops. I don't think the original set sold that well, so I was a little surprised to see more so soon, but hey, maybe it was a contract thing, I don't know. Next up for One Piece fans, we have our One Piece Elbaf wave finally coming. I know a lot of people have been asking for this one for months. We are finally expected to see it next month, which is pretty cool. I mean, I know, you know, One Piece, after all, we get a million of those, but you know, this is something current at least, which I think is nice. They've been bouncing all over the place lately, though. Like, we were just doing Egghead, then they just jumped into Thriller Bark randomly, and now we're doing Elbaf. I wish they would be more consistent. Anyways, expected in this line is Luffy with a chase, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, as well as a pop ride of Nami with Chopper. Now, for my manga readers, I don't believe this moment has actually happened in the show just yet, and I do believe this particular pop ride is taken from chapter 1132, at least I'm thinking. Otherwise, I have no idea what Funko's doing with this. And we're expected to see exclusives, which is not surprising. It is One Piece after all. Let me know what you guys think about the One Piece Elbaf wave. I'm hoping they don't do the same thing they did with Egghead. I'm hoping we get every single Straw Hat with their Elbaf outfits. Otherwise, if they just do half of them again, I mean, that's gonna kind of make a lot of people mad. Like, finish this set, Funko. Moving on, for Dragon Ball Z fans, we actually have a 4-pack from the Frieza saga. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a repackaged 4-pack of some of the pops we just got. That's what I can only guess for this, and maybe it'll be part of that like Black Friday situation where it's discounted. We'll see. But if they brought one that soon, that's actually kind of crazy. That means they didn't sell that well. Next up for Naruto fans, we're expected to get a Jiraiya with book here. This is also going to be part of that pop readers like those Disney pops. I mean, Jiraiya always has his book, so this is almost perfect for him. Then we're also expected to see some new Yu-Gi-Oh pops here. We're coming close to the end of animation as well. This includes Scapegoat, Relinquished, Pot of Greed, and Buster Blader with a chase. And I believe we might see an exclusive or two in this set too. Because yes, Funko, that's what we needed. We needed a 10-inch Yuji Itadori. I hope it's at least doing Divergent Fist or Black Flash or something. We did not need a 10-inch. Like, I know Adam will be super excited, obviously, but he gets to have a jumbo Itadori, which will be really fun. But culling games? Anything? Maki? Like, culling games, bro. What are we doing? A 10-inch Yuji Itadori over a full culling games wave. What are we doing? There's not even a leak out for culling games. That's what's crazy. I've reported nothing for you guys on Jujutsu Kaisen. One of you guys asked me at least every other week about Jujutsu Kaisen in the comments, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing with JJK, one of their biggest licenses for anime. No word on calling games at the moment. Maybe next year, we'll see. Okay, next up for animation, we have Batman The New Adventures here. This includes a full set of Batman, Nightwing, Robin, and Scarecrow. I mean, who doesn't love Batman? I love the fact that we do actually have some other characters than Batman here, though. I think Nightwing, Robin, and Scarecrow in different styles should be fun. Moving on for Marvel fans, gonna throw this one in the section, but we do actually have Miles in the bedroom as a pop Nook. This is one of the last few Nooks that we actually saw over at Toy Fair. I think everything else going forward should be new, but I mean, this looks pretty cool for a Spider-Man Nook. Hopefully they make Peter too. Moving on for Spider-Man fans, we have the comic cover of Spider-Man 346 Venom. That could be really fun. Obviously, a lot of the comic covers have been great, especially for the Marvel ones, so hopefully this one lands. Another fun Spider-Man pop we're getting is Spider-Man at the desk as a pop premium. Depending on how this turns out, and if they include the J. Jonah Jameson in the background, I might get this. I don't know, I have a lot of Spider-Man pops, so I'm just being picky lately, but this is so funny. Like, this is so funny, and if they do it right, I might have to get it. All right, next up for Marvel fans, we have a couple new Wolverine-related pops. So we have Weapon X with a chase, X-23, Weapon H, and Sabretooth there. So excited to see them doing, you know, Weapon H there. Obviously, that's a new one. An updated X-23. I don't think we've gotten a standalone comic book version since the Toys R Us exclusive. And then obviously we got the movie one from Deadpool and Wolverine, I think. And then we also got the comic cover, but we haven't gotten a standalone regular comic one, which I'm excited to see what they do with this. So overall excited to see all of these, obviously. Next up for Disney fans, we actually have Belle with book and Olaf with book. These are part of the Pop Readers line, and these should be fun, I guess, for Disney fans. Next up for Disney, we have Scar as a meme pop. I don't know if it's going to be this particular image here that I'm showing, or if it might be a different moment, but, you know, let me know what you think. Next up from Lilo and Stitch, I know, shocking, we have Lilo and Stitch, but a couple new characters here, actually. This includes Pop Premium and Deluxes. So we have a Premium Stitch Plants, then we have a Deluxe of Slushy, Angel, Stitch, Splody Head, and Leroy there. So like I said, a couple new experiments there, which is pretty fun. Excited to see how these all turn out, but please, Funko, please give us some of the more main characters too. We're also expected to get more Treasure Planet from Disney, which is pretty exciting. So we're getting a new Jim Hawkins and John Silver there. I'm curious to see what else they do with Jim. Obviously, the previous one was a pop ride. So hopefully they do something really nice with this one too. It's cool that we're also getting John Silver, an additional character. Anyways though, next up for FNAF fans, we actually have Jumbo Freddy, meaning we're getting a 10-inch Freddy Fazbear. Then we're also getting a jumbo bundle of Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. So a jumbo bundle is something like this, for example, where they have one giant pop and then a couple little pops in there. So I believe that's what that's going to be. Now I am mixing in video games here, as you could tell with the FNAF, and we do also have a Master Chief. I believe this is like a Halo anniversary thing, so stay tuned. All right, moving on for Pokemon fans, we're expected to see a 10-inch bundle of Pikachu here, just so like I said earlier with one of the other ones. I think for FNAF, it should be a giant Pikachu pop and then, you know, like a little mini pop of something too. Now also for pop games, we have Poppy Playtime Wave 2. This includes Yarna Baby, Dodomen, Pianosaurus, as well as the Doctor with a chase. A lot of people really enjoyed the first set, so I'm sure these will turn out great too, and I'm sure fans will be happy. Next up for Invincible fans, we're getting 2 new pops and some exclusives. This includes Thrag and Dinosaurus. I'm excited to see how Thrag turns out. Really loved him in the show. Can't wait for the next season to see, you know, how that all unravels. But yeah, Thrag and Dinosaurus, 2 new characters, are great. Moving on from the animated movie The Iron Giant here, we're expected to see Iron Giant with Hogarth, as well as a VHS cover of the Iron Giant. I think these could be fun. Okay, next up for Masters of the Universe, we're expected to get a vintage comics line. This includes Skeletor, Prince Adam, and Teela there. So I don't really know what this style would be with vintage comics, something older obviously, but you know, we'll see. All right, next up we have SpongeBob SquarePants. This includes SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, and Squidward. Now, to my understanding, this is going to be a normal set finally, nothing from the movie or, you know, other little random things they're doing. So I think this is nice to get just like regular variations of these characters. People have been asking for these for years. Though there's also plenty of SpongeBob characters missing that, you know, they could have skipped this line and done like, you know, a new Plankton, obviously a new Sandy, Larry the Lobster, Mrs. Puffs. Trying to think of other like prominent characters that would make sense. Oh man. Obviously, there's a billion. I'm just not thinking of them right now. But yeah, let me know what are some other SpongeBob characters you would love to see Funko make in the future. All right, moving on for my Tom and Jerry fans, we're expected to get another Gakko or Goko, however you say that, set of Tom and Jerry. No idea what the particular look will be for these, so stay tuned. Transformers fans, we're expected to get a full new line here, including Optimus Prime, Grimlock, Mirage, and Wheeljack, as well as Prowl there. So I'm sure Transformers fans will be excited. Usually these turn out great. Okay, so that wraps up the animation section. Let me know in the comments which ones you're most excited to see. First up, we have Flubber here. So this includes Professor with Weebo and a chase. Then we also have Flubber with the glasses there. So this is like a childhood classic. I have not seen it in years though. Makes me want to watch it again for sure. Now we're also expected to see a Fargo pop here of Geyer. But yeah, if you guys know what that pop is, let me know. We're also expected to see more from Ghostface and Scream. So for Ghostface, we have a glitter Ghostface bling coming, as well as exclusives. And then some more Scream pops includes new characters. We have Dewey Riley, Gale Weathers, and Sydney Prescott. A lot of people are very excited for this line. Very long overdue to see anybody outside of Ghostface. Next up for the Goonies, we're expected to see a full new collection here. We have Data Slick Shoes. We also have Chunk in the Chair, Mama Fratelli, as well as Glitter One-Eyed Willie and Mikey with a pop speech bubble. Okay, next up for Harry Potter fans, a full new collection here. We have James Potter, which is going to be the first ever pop of James, which is crazy. Then we have Peter Pettigrew, Remus Lupin, Sirius Black, a Jumbo Harry Potter, and Mystery Minis, along with some exclusives. I think this is actually a pretty decent set with obviously a new character there, James Potter. I think that's the only new character. Okay, this is an okay set actually. We don't need another Jumbo Harry Potter, but James Potter is a great addition there. And then obviously I know everybody loves Sirius, so sure that'll do well. Anyways, though, moving on, we have Hobbit here. So this includes Thranduil, I think that's how you say that, Azog with Weapon, Bilbo Baggins, Metallic Thorin, a 2-pack of Killian Philly, as well as a deluxe of Metallic Smog. Never really seen Hobbit or, you know, Lord of the Rings or anything related, so hopefully I didn't butcher those names too bad, but I'm sure people will be excited. This is a huge franchise. And then more actually coming from that particular franchise related of Lord of the Rings, we have a glow-in-the-dark Samwise. We also have a Pop Premium of glow-in-the-dark Sauron with the weapon, a Pop Super sound effect pop of Balrog, and then finally a Pop Town of Barad. Like I said, hopefully I didn't do too bad on those names, but let me know if you're excited. All right, next up for Dungeons and Dragons fans, we do have 2 new pops, including a Pop Premium of Blob of Annihilation, and then we have a Pop Super of the Spirit Dragon there. They always do a fantastic job with the D&D pops, so these are going to be great, I'm sure. Moving on, we have the Folk of the Air trilogy, and we're expected to see this Jude pop in the armor. We already saw this a couple weeks back, and you know, this will be the pop. Next up from the movie Violent Night, we're expected to see Santa Claus. That's the only pop expected, I believe. Moving on for Street Fighter fans, the official live action pops are actually coming, so these actually leaked out about a week or 2 ago already, and this set will include Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Blanca, and Guile. So that's the full set right now. I don't know if there's any exclusives, stay tuned. Next up for Vampire Diaries, this is another pretty popular set that a lot of people are excited for. This includes Damon with a chase, Elena with a chase, and Stefan with a chase, as well as exclusives. Again, I know a lot of people are really excited for this one, so make sure to stay tuned and let me know if you plan to grab these. All right, moving on for my Wicked fans. My wife is so excited for all of these, by the way. She's a huge Wicked fan, but we do have a Pop Deluxe of Elphaba Defying Gravity. They're probably going to do so good with that. We also have a pop ride of Glinda, No One Mourns the Wicked. Maybe her with or without the bubble, I'm not entirely sure. Then we have a mini moment of the Ozdust Ballroom, as well as a mini moment of Glinda and Elphaba Popular. That's literally one of the best songs, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up most of pop movies and TVs and stuff related to that. Now let's move on to miscellaneous sports and stuff like that. So we do actually have a WWE here. This includes Braun Breaker. Is this his first pop ever? It might be. Then we also have Randy Orton RKO, Ron Simmons, as well as Shinsuke Nakamura with a chase and a Pop Deluxe of CM Punk. I'm curious to see what they do with the Deluxe on Punk. Next up for NBA fans, we do actually have a full new wave including Kevin Durant, Austin Reeves. We also have Cade Cunningham Home, Tyrese Maxey, Cooper Flagg, and some exclusives. For Formula One, we have Mercedes here, including George Russell as a ride, Kimi as a ride, and George Russell T-Pose. So these were actually supposed to be announced this month, ended up being pushed till next month, so stay tuned. Now, last set of pops we have comes from Pop Rocks, and we have more Daft Punk. This is a 2-pack of Lose Yourself to Dance, and it'll be glitter. Well, guys, that's over 150 new Funko Pops expected in September. Like I said, so much crazy stuff, a lot of new lines as well. Make sure to let me know what you're most excited for in the comments below. I'm definitely curious in a few of these lines for sure. Now, also a reminder, these are gonna kind of release throughout the month. So you may see some pops the first week, the second week will be a different set, so on and so forth. So if you don't see something a particular week, it will come in a different week. So don't panic, do not worry. I'll update you guys as we go through the weeks as to what's gonna drop and when we get first looks. So make sure to give me a follow here if you haven't yet. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And remember, a lot of these sets are expected to get exclusives, and we're also gonna see other exclusives and really fun stuff. So make sure to stay tuned. September is gonna be a really big month. Anyways though, I wanna thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy or found this video helpful, as well as subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.